I was just trying to find something to watch, and then I see this video. I'm like, we're watching this. Florida principal's teen son charged with possessing child. Oh my gosh! All right.
Matthew, I have some unfortunate news. You have a warrant out of Florida. Are you aware of that?
No.
The son of an
He's a warrant for his. Oh my
elementary
god!
school principal is charged with possessing child pornography, and now his mom has been placed on leave from her job.
Wait,
Am I saying that they brought this on? I can't say that they didn't or they did. I'm saying what happened.
his
to them
mom
is
is.
not
Wait, what
appropriate.
did the mom do?
I'll explain that video of Matt McChesney's mom and tell you why she's now in hot water at work.
Oh, ain't no way she's. Oh, hell
Welcome
no.
to Crime Fix. I'm Anjanette Levy. I'm just going to tell you up front, there is a lot going on with this case, and none of it is good. It's really disturbing. And frankly, it's kind of insane when you drill down into the details. So let's start at the very, very beginning. Matthew McChesney, he's 18 and just graduated from Gulf Breeze High School in Milton, Florida. That's in Santa Rosa County.
So he is an adult. He's an adult.
Last January, the Santa Rosa County Sheriff's Office started investigating McChesney. Detectives say they found a user on the social media messaging platform Discord. The user was named Literal Loaf of Bread, and detectives said there were 3 uploads. One of those uploads, according to detectives, showed 2 girls between the ages of 7 and 9 who were
Oh, hell no! Hell
in a
no!
sex act. It's absolutely disgusting. Detectives wrote, the IP address is listed to belong to Extreme in the Gulf Breeze region. The phone number is listed to belong to Verizon to a M. Kimberly from the Pensacola area. Now, that name Kimberly is the name of Matt McChesney's mother, Kimberly McChesney, the assistant principal at Gulf Breeze Elementary School. But back to the Discord account. Sheriff's detectives wrote that the user received a message from Red Mirror Patty #0 asking, "Are you here for the stuff?" This user states, yeah, but wanted a preview before he paid for anything. This user also offered to trade 1 for 1 until he obtains more content to trade. Now, detectives said there was also discussion about a site called Megalink, which is a known place where people trade child sex abuse material. Detectives said they tracked the Discord account back to the McChesney's home. So in early May, the detectives go to Gulf Breeze High School to talk to Matt McChesney. The detective wrote, Matthew stated the following. I informed him my investigation was in regards to Discord, and if he would be willing to share his account information, which he was, and pulled out his phone. He pulled up his current Discord account and stated this account name. He did lose access to an account, but could not remember when. I read off his phone number, email, and account name, which he confirmed all the information as his. I asked if he knew why his account was flagged, which he stated he believes it was because he was sharing pictures of young people.
Never mind. Okay, so yeah, he's just. What?
He shared and traded images with were unknown to him, and he never met anyone in person. He stated there is going to be child sex abuse material on his phone and desktop computer. Matthew's cell phone was seized at this time. Despite the alleged admission from Matt, parents at his mother's elementary school say she allowed her son to visit the school for a walkthrough event. Kim McChesney.
Oh, okay. So the mother's a freaky deaky. She's a freaky deaky McWeaky, bro.
In a statement,
the son's
a spokesperson said, Santa Rosa County District Schools recently became aware of a July 2025 arrest involving a former student related to serious allegations. District administration is investigating the circumstances to determine what actions are necessary. The district will continue to cooperate fully with law enforcement and prioritize the safety and well-being of all students and staff. Due to the ongoing investigation, the district is unable to provide additional comment at this time. In regard to Mrs. McChesney, I can confirm she is on paid administrative leave pending investigation. So
paid.
That happened just recently, and later on, I'm going to have more on Kim McChesney, so stay tuned for that. But for now, back to Matt. In late June, Matt was charged with several counts of possessing child pornography.
Oh
On
my,
July 3rd,
several!
he was taken into custody in Washington State by Port Angeles
What?
police. He was on a trip with
My
his family.
state?
Take a look.
Hell
Okay.
no.
Matthew, I have some unfortunate news. You have a warrant out of Florida. Are you aware of that? No. Okay.
Are you sure about that?
News. You have a warrant out of Florida. Are you aware of
Bro, fucking nuts!
that? No. Okay. Well, you have a warrant out of Florida that has nationwide extradition, okay? So go ahead and stand up.
Nationwide? Oh my gosh, you're screwed. Where at in Washington are we? Let's see. Probably Seattle. I can't read the badge. Ugh. Oh, Port Angeles. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Your buddy's screwed.
So my partner's gonna search you. Just make sure you don't have any weapons or anything like that on you, and we'll do our best to explain what's going on. Okay? Okay. You mind just moving your right leg out? Do you have anything on you that's gonna like stick, stab?
Alright, yeah, buddy definitely knew he had a warrant. Why else would he be on the clear opposite corners of the state of the country? Sorry, country. Bro's over here in Florida, and he's up here in Washington. We'll just do this. There you go.
No. Okay. You go ahead and search it out. I need it back.
What did bro take out of his pocket and putting in his? Hold on. Let's see if we can see.
I need it back.
Oh, he didn't take out anything. Okay, his thumb was just like this for no reason.
And Matthew, just so you know, we have cameras running. Okay.
Yeah, buddy knows he's screwed now. Alright, why is the door fucking wide open though? Literally, it could not be any more open. Oh, that's tough. I think they're at the police station though. That's what it looks like.
If there's anything I need to worry about.
Or is it the airport? I think it is. I could be dumb.
So Matthew, I have your passport and I'm gonna put it in this bag, okay? And I got a picture.
I cover a lot of really scary crime stories here on Crime Fix, and if it's taught me anything, it's that privacy and personal safety absolutely cannot be compromised.
McChesney appeared in court and was allowed to travel home.
Annual plan.
Court records show that Matt McChesney appeared in court and was allowed to travel home to Florida with the
Okay.
promise that he turn himself in once he got there.
Hold on. You're actually trusting bro to fly all the way back to the opposite side. So he's going to have a lot of connecting flights, obviously. You're going to trust him to go all the way back to Florida and turn himself in.
He did that on July 14th and posted a $115,000 bond. He was booked
He
and
actually
released
did it.
30
Whoa.
minutes later. I
What?
spoke with Santa Rosa County Sheriff's Chief Deputy Randy Tift about the investigation.
Yes, it is. It's a very disturbing case. We received the original tip from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. It goes into our major crimes unit and gets assigned to an investigator to look at that tip that comes in and start an investigation once they review the information.
How long did that take?
Sometimes it is very time consuming, and the time consuming part of that is once we start the investigation, first that investigation
Oops.
to determine
I was just trying to turn up the video.
is there anything there for them to
I just realized y'all probably
possibly
could
get a
not
hold
hear
of
it.
to prove that there was some type of violation in that incident in this case. So the investigator did look at the tip, went to well, he was actually 18 years old, went to Matthew and interviewed him, seized his cell phone. Then we did a search warrant. We seized a laptop computer from his home. And then what happens at that point is all of those electronic devices goes to our forensics unit. And there's a lengthy process that has to be done legally for court purposes. That evidence is handled.
Yeah,
properly.
I'm working out.
That has
What's
to go
the
through
problem,
forensics
huh?
process, and all of those images and anything that goes in there that's evidence in the case is captured in the correct way. So that takes time. It depends on how many images. It depends on how much activity there is, of how long that takes. This one took a little over 30 days to be pulling all of the data from that, upload everything that was in those devices, and then the investigator gets that information,
That's crazy.
reviews it, and determines at that point.
Okay, hold on. 18, and you live in Florida. Bro, all you need is like $20. And you're going after children. Oh my god.
There are illegal images contained in those devices.
So they find these images on the phone.
Wow, that was. So they find these images. Holy shizen!
They get the search warrant for Discord, and they see all of these different communications. I mean, there's
Anybody
there's
else
a
as
lot.
annoyed as I am?
I'm not going to go through all of these. List what throughout this warrant. It's very, very disturbing. So, what does this guy say? I mean, does he try to deny it, or what does he say to your investigators?
In the original interview, he admitted to the investigator there was going to be some things from Discord on his devices.
So he's honest-ish.
But not what you
so
found.
far. Oh.
Didn't go to the extent of what we found. What we found was horrendous. It's difficult to read, and
what's the? Oh, sorry, Kitty.
It's even
what's the
more
correlation with
difficult
this
on these
picture?
investigators that have to actually review all of this evidence and
Just
look
want
at
to say
it.
hi to
And
Mimi.
they do an extraordinary job in a
This is
very
Mimi.
difficult situation because, as you stated, just reading it, it's horrendous. Imagine having to look at all this evidence and build a case against somebody after you have to look at those type of images.
I also asked Chief Deputy Tift whether there were
Seemed like
any
it would be
concerns that
pretty
Matt
easy.
McChesney may have
Just
had
slap a
access to
cuff on
children
him.
through his mother's school, and whether the investigation into him is ongoing.
At this point in our investigation, no, we didn't have any concerns with that. At this point, with what we have out of his electronic devices that were seized during our warrant, that's all we have at this point. As the state attorney's office continues to process this case and work with our investigator, if some other lead comes up or something else pops up, then of course we would continue investigation. But at this point, we're pretty much done on our part, and it's going over to the state attorney's office for the prosecution phase.
So right now, Matt McChesney is free on bail. Now back to his mother, Kim McChesney. She is the assistant principal at Gulf Breeze Elementary School, and she is on leave. But now a video of her being deposed in a civil case involving a substitute teacher who was accused of molesting 3 little girls who were students has surfaced and raised a lot of eyebrows. It's from several years ago. Take a look.
It certainly would never be your testimony that they encourage this kind of conduct at that age.
Oh, she knows she's screwed. Or she has a facial disability. I don't know. Or the camera's messed up. One of the two. I don't know. Is she just not answering now? Okay.
I don't like the question. I don't mean to sound funny. You're asking me if I
don't like the question. Lady. That's just a sad fucking attempt to get out of
ask
this.
that again.
No, ma'am. It never would be your testimony in this case, for instance, that they somehow prompted this kind of behavior out of Mr. Mack.
She's trying to
I
think
don't
of a
think what
lie.
happened to them was appropriate, but
Lady, tell the truth. Be honest now.
I'm not sure how to answer that question.
Okay.
Well, ma'am, you are answering it, and you are suggesting, I believe, that you would in part blame the girls for this?
Oh, shit.
Object to the former question.
Is that the lawyer?
I would not blame the
If you're
girl.
not. Well, why
Sounds
can't
like she
you
would.
answer that question in a more definitive manner then? Because it sounds like you're suggesting that they contributed some part to this happening.
Lady, they're
I'm
looking
object to
for
the former question.
Oh.
You can answer if you know.
I don't know.
Attorney Joe Zarzar pressed Kim McChesney further about whether she believed the 9 and 10-year-old girls brought this on themselves.
The girls intent.
Huh? Huh? Brought the 9 and 10-year-old girls brought this on themselves. Okay.
Went up to his desk multiple times. You know, that happened. But were they doing this to get him to react? I can't say that they did or didn't.
So, ma'am, how old were these girls at the time?
9 and 10.
Do
9,
you
10,
know?
9, 10 years old.
Okay. How does a 9-year-old girl walking up to a teacher's desk entice the teacher to touch them in their private parts and squeeze their ass? Excuse my French.
Oh
Object
my
to the form.
gosh! Holy
Answer
shit!
that question, please,
Bad! Bad woman! Bad!
ma'am. You're suggesting that they intentionally went up to his desk and hopes that he would do something like that? Is that what you're suggesting?
I'm not comfortable answering that question because I wasn't there, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful to the question. You're asking me, what do I think the girls wanted to do or what they were looking to get out of this? And I can't answer that. I can only tell you what they told me. You're
My
asking me
cat's
an
licking my
opinion.
hand right now.
That's what I feel like you're asking me.
Richard Mack ended up serving time in prison for molesting the girls
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
and was released in 2021. I spoke with Joe Zarzar about deposing Kim McChesney.
It was 3 plaintiffs. It was 3 9-year-old girls, right? And one substitute pervert teacher who decided he was going to touch these
Great
girls
words. Great
inappropriately.
description. Perfect teacher.
And he did so as, I think it was a substitute math teacher. And one day he decided to victimize 3 little girls.
3? It wasn't
And so I sued the employer, and at the time, the school district was using a independent contractor, private company, to get their substitute teachers from. And so I sued the private company that basically was supposed to vet the substitute teacher, and then I sued the school district. Okay. And I was basically alleging that both the company and the school district were negligent for allowing this pervert to be in the school. And as part of that case, I was deposing the people that knew something about this teacher. And she was one of the people. So during the deposition, I guess you've seen the clip, but during the deposition, I was asking her if, on behalf of the school, she had any complaints about what the girls were doing, thinking she would immediately dismiss that, right? And say, absolutely not. They're 9-year-old girls. Why would I ever think to blame them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she did something very different than that.
Quite the
and I'm
opposite,
laughing now because it's so
actually.
disgusting, but she basically blamed the girls. And said they must have invited this and they must have prompted
the
it
scale.
and they must
So
have
this is her
egged
side,
it
and this
on in
is
some
the-
way. And
yeah,
it's
her
really
side is like this.
not all the teacher's fault.
So you're sitting here during this deposition, and I'm assuming you are just like flabbergasted because typically somebody who is working with children would not take that position because they're little girls.
All right, this is the end for here. If you want.
A little bit like young, yeah. I bought a yard today. Penny all yellow like a bird. Inside